All right, looks like we're going, and immediately have to clear my throat. Welcome back to another one of these things where we're just kind of chatting about whatever comes to mind. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Since we are at Tuesday, I am slowly losing track of my time, despite nothing really changing about said time. We've been going through this for over a year now, and I've been full-time remote for like 2 years, so I don't quite, longer than that actually, I don't know what's making me lose track of my time. In any case, we have arrived on the fact that it is Tuesday. Excuse me. I don't know why. Like, my throat is usually fine until I start these things, and then I'm like, I gotta start. And this is good content now. Okay, we're just gonna make sounds in front of you. Okay. Anyway. So, today's not so bad for me doing a bit of documentation on some things that I've historically done. So, that's at work. I don't think I mentioned here. Maybe I have. I won't be at my current place at the end of this month. I will be working on some personal projects like after that for a bit. Might go back to doing full-time software engineering stuff at some point, but wanted to focus on some personal projects that I want to grow as a part of a business idea. So we'll see how far that takes me. And there might be some changes, like with what I'm posting here and potentially when I'm posting here. I want to spend a bit of that time learning how to do a bit, well, actually just starting doing actual video editing and not just posting raw whatever this is onto the internet. And I might, instead of doing stuff like 4 times a week, maybe do it like 2 times a week and spend some time, like, those will still be like whatever this is, and spend a bit of that time outside of that working on like a video that I can post that I'm actually kind of happy about, and it's a little edited and goes over topics and a little more nuanced and isn't just me clearing my throat and you have to deal with that all the time, and it actually having some cohesive idea rather than just sort of rambling about things. But hey, if you're here because you enjoy rambling things, then at least you'll still have those times that will be the rambly time. Which these are fun to do. I do enjoy talking off the cuff, so that's not a bad thing. But yeah, might be some things going on there. Definitely gonna have to revisit what I have on, like, just about and stuff, and how things are organized on this channel, and see how things are going there. Just to give some things a shot while I'm trying out some other things anyways. But yeah, something I want to talk about today, which was, it kind of got brought up because of the shirt I'm wearing, which you might recognize. I was wearing it yesterday too, because clothes ain't dirty. It don't smell at this point, and like, I don't go anywhere, so it's like, why not? Why am I going to add more things to the laundry? I could just get fewer things in there and use less water and all that stuff. But anyways, just Super Mario Brothers shirt. I think I got it for Christmas this year, just as something my mom got me while she was getting like my normal Christmas present of socks and a new pair of pajamas, which, like, there's nothing wrong with getting socks for Christmas. I have loved getting new socks every year, just on a regular schedule, basically, because since I started running, I go through, like, I don't have like actual running socks. I should probably get something like that are like compression socks, so they last a bit longer and are just more comfortable for running in. These ones they're just normal white socks, so they end up sort of moving around a lot in my shoe while I'm running, and they end up getting holes in them like really, really fast. Not sure if that's just the quality of things that are being generated these days. We 3D print socks now or something, I guess. But the quality of things are just like, I'm actually using them like rigorously these days, going for runs 3 times a week. Not recently, because it's been cold here, but it's starting to get warm again. I'm really looking forward to doing some running again. Anywho, total tangent. Socks are great. If you're getting them as gifts from people, just love it while you're are getting those, there's going to be a time when you're not getting socks as gifts, and you're going to be like, you know what, I really missed getting socks as gifts. It's really nice being able to not have to think about going to get new socks, because honestly going to get new clothes in general is just like, I don't want to go do this. So it's nice when like the boringest of things to go buy is like done for you. And second, like, I don't know if you've noticed, new socks are some of the best feelings you'll get probably in your entire life. Just putting on a new pair of socks is just wonderful. The first time I put on a new pair of socks, after I go ahead and pull them out of whatever package they're in and give them a whirl, it's just like, oh my goodness, this is so pristine. I feel like I'm walking on air again. Anywho, again, like I said, it was a tangent, and I just kept going down the tangent for some reason. That's why this thing needs structure. That's why all this needs structure. Otherwise, it's just going to be a bunch of stuff just rolling off the cuff. Anyway, shirts like these. So today at my stand-up this morning, product owner was just like, hey, John's actually wearing like an actual fun-looking like shirt, and you probably noticed from what I'm wearing on these things anyways, I basically just reuse the same shirt for an entire week and then throw it in the wash, because if I'm only going to put it on in like the afternoon for this stuff, why not? But my long sleeve shirts are generally fairly blah, fairly monocolor, monochrome. They're just intended to be warm, and I'm not really wearing them anywhere. Most of my long sleeve shirts I think are like Henleys or button downs, so they're not really intended to be like anything that's like standoutish. But in contrast, like all of my t-shirts are like this, and I always found it like kind of strange, like that's kind of frowned upon in kind of work scenarios. Like I get like you don't want people wearing offensive things, so but it's weird that instead of enforcing like just saying what's actually offensive, like don't wear it, like usually company policies are just like, our dress code says you only wear things with one color. Also, you can't wear jeans for some reason. Those are too comfortable. You need to be wearing khakis or dress pants. And I'm just like, why do I have to go buy things to look good in a basement somewhere? Which was kind of, I never questioned it, like going into this workforce. Like I'd just be like, well, I guess I'm going to be a programmer now who works in a basement somewhere. I should probably get like 5 polos and 2 pairs of khakis that I can just alternate between in case like they get stinky or something, and I can swap out to another one when those other ones get stinky. But it is just kind of a weird thing that I was just like default to that. It's like, yeah, I've heard of dress codes. This is probably a pretty normal thing. And at some point they ended up doing like a business casual type Friday. Like you had to wear like khakis and dress pants and polos and stuff like for Monday through Thursday. And then on Fridays you could wear jeans and gym shoes. And it's like, why do that? It's just kind of strange. Like you're not, no one's dressing uniformly for this. It's not like we all look like we're playing for the same team here. We're just coming in all dressing relatively bland. Like, don't express yourself in any way, shape, or form. Except maybe with like your monochromatic polo or something. Whatever. Our options for expressing ourselves are pretty limited within that set of rules. But like for those Fridays when they open it up, it's like, okay, cool. Now you can wear gym shoes and wear jeans. And it's kind of like, why isn't this thing just like a normal thing all like the whole time through? At some point, I just stopped caring about that code, honestly. And I think it was probably when I went full-time remote, just because I was only going to be in the office like once a week or once every other week anyways. So I was just like, I'm dressing comfortably like 4 days out of the week. Like currently, I'm just going to do that for whichever day I'm visiting. It was usually a Thursday, so it didn't like align with that dress code, with that like casual dress day. I think it might have been around that time that we did just like just across the board. Like you can dress casually or business casually Monday through Thursday, and then like super casual on Friday. Super casual just being like gym shoes and graphic tees. Like you still really weren't like supposed to be wearing things like this on that business casual day. It was still like you could wear jeans and gym shoes, but you're still wearing your polo. And then at some point they were just like, yeah, you can wear these kinds of things on Friday, and everything else turned into what Friday used to be. Which is still kind of weird because you're probably trying to get people to not wear offensive things, but at the same time, you're not like enforcing like not wearing offensive things. You're enforcing not wearing things that let you express yourself in some way, shape, or form. Like you could still do that, but people don't want to selectively say what the really bad thing is, like just in case some of your like high performing, or I was gonna say good, but then I did high performing, which is the actual thing. The people who like have really good output, like the way that they express themselves is really offensive. And you're just like, no, don't even give them the opportunity. I don't want to know. So just wear completely bland stuff. But I think that just sort of hides like actual bad people behind a policy of you have to wear a bland t-shirt or a bland polo and khakis. And it's like, if the way you express yourself is by being a jerk, then do we want you on the team anyways? Probably not. And maybe some of that'll actually come through with like just this normal working behavior. I guess this is just a ranty video about like why I've always thought, I shouldn't say always, just because I had mentioned earlier that it's just like, yeah, it's a dress code, whatever. I guess I have to do this because I'm working in the business world now. But it's just a weird concept. Like if you're trying to make people not wear offensive things, then sort of control for that. Don't take expression out of the equation. Like me wearing my video game shirts to work isn't hurting anybody, as long as it's not like obscenely graphic, super bloody or anything. Then it's usually what I'm wearing is like Kirby t-shirts and stuff. And I'm like, I don't think this is bothering anybody. And it's just the clothes I have. Instead, I have to go out and buy a whole second wardrobe of things that are really bland that I would never wear outside of an office setting, which is just kind of weird. It's kind of a weird thing. Honestly, if they're going to do that, they should probably give you, I don't know, that's something that should happen. I don't know why I'm thinking that it could be. It's, if they're going to enforce a dress code, they should definitely be giving you all the money you need to afford the clothes for the place. You got hired for your skills, not for your sense of style. So they should just give you some sort of budget to go out there and get your khakis and get your polos, because clearly it matters to them. Why not? And if they don't, then clearly they don't care too much, because it's just wear what you have. Come to work with what you got. And if all you got is Super Mario Brothers t-shirts, then all the power to you. As long as you're doing good work and bringing your A game and just being a generally good person while you're around the office. Not that I have to worry about that anymore. All of us are generally working remote. There's a lot more remote working going on. The stuff that I'm talking about aren't the things like if you're working retail, you're already looking uniform anyways, and they do generally cover that, minus the khakis, but Target's not going to ask you to go buy a Target shirt. They're going to give you a Target shirt. Maybe they do get the khakis too. I can't remember. I think there's generally just a number of colors there, so they're probably not getting you khakis. So you're wearing those khakis; those are your own. They should definitely give you a budget for it though, because it's a part of the uniform. Yeah, like that's just like an idea. Like you start thinking about these things that like when you get hired on, it's like these hidden costs of starting a job, basically. Like I got the job, but now I need to go buy a bunch of stuff for you to even let me in the building on a regular basis or to do certain things. It's like, why isn't that something the company covers? Like if it's that important, they should cover that. That just makes sense. It's kind of like my whole mentality. It could be a whole different thing. Is I firmly believe that the time that it takes you to get to the office is time that you're working. If they're like, you're good enough for us to be like, yeah, you drive 2 hours in here, that's 2 hours that you're driving like to the place and from, so 4 hours total, where you could be doing something else with your time. They're just thinking that you're worth it enough to grab somebody from like two hours away. That's just me though. I like it when a place respects your time and sort of your bit of expression there. That if, as long as you're being just a generally decent person, that they're affording you the things to get you to the office and make you presentable to their audience and the other people that you work with. But I digress. That could be a whole different thing. But yeah, dress codes are weird. Especially ones where you're just like a developer working in a basement and they're like, you still have to look like nothing. And you can't, like, for me, it was just like all graphic tees growing up. So as soon as I got that job, I'm like, well, great. I guess I can't wear my entire wardrobe to work. Cool. Anyway, maybe there are other people with other thoughts. We'll see. If you have any opinions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. And with that, I think we'll call it there. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday, which we have established earlier. Today is Tuesday. It is rather Tuesday. And we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.